Today we are going to look at Avatar Part 2, The Way of Water. The first part of Avatar was released in 2009. After this film, James Cameron took 13 years to make The Way of Water. When talking about this movie, it is a visual treat, and the audience can enjoy the movie without any language problems. They can understand the movie through the visuals. James Cameron's creativity is top level. Creativity. And that is why we can see it in all his movies. Like The Terminator, Titanic, etc. In the ending of the first part, Jake Sully kills Colonel Quaritch and protects the Na'vi people. But in this way, the Colonel is coming back with his new powers. It is a recombinant program that uploaded the memories of a Colonel and several other soldiers into stronger, faster, and deadlier Na'vi bodies. And that makes Jake and his family have more trouble. Jake has 5 children, Natiam, Kay, Loke, Tuk, Kiri, and Spider. And 2 of them are his adopted children, Kiri and Spider. Spider is not a Na'vi person. He is a human. He is the son of the Colonel. When people went into the Earth, spiders were too young, small, and weak to be either put in cryosleep or sent to the Earth. Jake volunteered to adopt Spider as his own son, and the boy has been raised by the Sully family ever since. Now the Colonel has only one aim, to destroy Jake and his family. And for this reason, he decides to leave the forest and his leadership. And he thinks that their escape would also protect the rest of their tribe since they are the primary target for Quaritch. Neytiri refused it, but she had no choice. Jake and his family took the flying dragons and went to the Metayana, an oceanic Na'vi clan located on Pandora's Reef in the Eastern Sea. The clan is led by Tanawari and Ronal, who live in the clan's main village, Awayatlu. The Metayana clan took in the families of Jake Sully and Neytiri after they fled from Miles Quaritch and the rest of the RDA, seeking Utaru. Though they were still being hunted by Quaritch and his recommended squad, the isolated location of the Metayana allowed them to live there safely for several months, learning to adopt the oceanic ways of the clan. When Aonung Tanawari's son and Loke have had some troubles with themselves, then all troubles are ended. Loke makes an apology to Aonung, and he fakely accepts that. In his mind, he doesn't like Loke. He wanted to trap him. In this way, he takes Loke and his friends into the sea. After he was abandoned there by Aonung and his friends, Payakan saves Loake from a pursuing Akula that was about to kill him. Payakan is a young bull tulkun that has been labeled an outcast by not only the Metayana clan but the larger tulkun community, due to his actions in a past skirmish against the RDA, wherein multiple tulkun and reef Na'vi perished. Payakan was banished from his pod for partaking in a battle and leading to the deaths of his brothers and sisters. Loke awakens on Payakan's back and thanks him for saving his life, then notices an old, rusted harpoon stuck in Payakan's right fin. Loake pulls it out, to which Payakan is grateful. Payakan playfully submerges Loake under the water and offers him his fin, inviting him to play. Loake grabs onto him and swims with him, eventually noticing that Payakan is missing one of his left fins and has a large scar over his eye. The humans are hunting the tulkuns to get a hold of a special hormone that completely stops human aging. According to Scoresby, who leads the tulkun hunts on Pandora, a single dose of this fluid, called Amrita, is worth $80 million. And in this case, lots of tulkuns are dead. Payakan then takes Loake back to the Metayana clan village. Along the way, Loake stargazes with him and points out the star that his father, Jake, comes from. Loake eventually tells his siblings and friends about Payakan, not telling them that Aonung abounds him. He didn't want to cause any other trouble with them. And Syria, Aonung, and Rotko warn him about Payakan's history. Loake, however, is unconvinced that Payakan is a violent killer and leaves to find him again. When they find Payakan, he finds a tracker upon his wings, that's humans hunting Payakan. Lokes tells Jake this news. Then Jake and Metayana people reach there and fight with them. But the Colonel caught his children, and Jake had no choice but to save his children. He goes to the ship for surrender. Then Payakan arrives there to save his friend. He jumped to the top of the ship and attacked the Sky People. Jake takes this chance to save his children. In this battle, Jake and Neytiri's eldest son, he's shot and killed by Quaritch while trying to escape the RDA's boat with Loake and Spider. They all get out, but as they rise to the surface, Netiam reveals he's bleeding and struggling to breathe as a result of the bullet wound. They rush him back to the shore, but he dies in Jake and Neytiri's arms. Then Jake and Colonel come to a hand-to-hand combat when suddenly the ship collapses and Jake and Colonel are stuck in the underwater. This time, Tuck and Neytiri also stuck in another place. Then children went on the search for their parents, who found Jake and saved him. And Carrie found Neytiri and Tuck, and she rescued them with the help of some species. But the main problem is that the spider is also gone from the search. He find the Colonel. First, he decided to leave him in the water, but he couldn't because he was his father. He saved him, and he sent in some rocks. Then Colonel Dragon arrives there and Colonel says, that come with me. Spider refuses it, because he wanted to go with Jake's family. When Jake saw the spider, he hugged him but the spider didn't tell them. He saved the Colonel. After the battle Jake says that to Tanawari. Family and I will moving tomorrow far from here. But Tanawari replay that. Your son lies with our ancestors.